Female genital cutting is essentially a procedure that is done on baby girls. When a Muslim baby girl is born, the parents or the mother usually might bring the girl to the doctor for a cutting. My name is Saza and I am a survivor of female genital cutting. I've actually watched a procedure in a doctor's clinic of it happening. The doctor took a pair of scissors, she sterilized it, she cut something, so there's a little piece of skin left on the scissors, and then that was it. She didn't say also which part of the anatomy is cut. So I only found out that I was cut when I was a baby, when I was 20 years old. And I found out accidentally. I was at my niece's second birthday party and my sister-in-law was bringing my niece around. And she was like, oh, she was sunat 2 weeks ago. And then I was like, what do you mean? Like, girls aren't sunat? And then my sister beside me was like, oh, you were cut too. So my FGC was not done at the doctor's. 30 years ago, it wasn't 100% medicalized, this practice. So we still had traditional midwives who came to the house. So old women with very little medical training, without sterilization, sometimes with cataracts in their eyes, and they are doing this practice. Muslims believe that this sunat perempuan is compulsory or mandated in Islam. However, this has been disproven by many religious scholars, by religious leaders. The second reason is a kind of a misguided one, where people believe it's for health. So they think because male circumcision is for health or there are some benefits, so they believe female circumcision also works the same way. But this is not true. Female circumcision has absolutely no benefits at all and only risk. The first one is, of course, there can be keloid scars. It's also the risk of overcutting, the risk of cutting into your nerve. So I went to a gynecologist and I asked, so what was cut? And he said, your clitoral hood is retracted, but I can't tell if it's because of the cutting or not. I think that this not knowing what happened to your body without your consent, I think this is particularly disturbing. If I don't know what happened to my own body when I was a child, how do I have bodily autonomy? I think emotionally, I felt very, very violated that this was done on me, and it affected my relationship with my parents. So when I found out 10 years ago, the way I processed it was to write all my college papers on it. Then I eventually wrote my bachelor's thesis, and that was when I met other activists. And I think at that point, when I first was trying to grapple with what happened to me, I didn't want to think of it as something bad. But I think speaking to these activists made me realize that, this is actually a really, really terrible thing. In 2020, it was simply a WhatsApp group. And so the first thing that we did was to study to find out the prevalence rate. And then in 2021, we started our Instagram page, and that was when we started increasing awareness about FGC.